you're not yet familiar with. But by so doing, you're able to bring them in, incorporate them into your analysis, and then run mathematical functions on them of your own design or of others in order to reach conclusions that you wouldn't be able to on your own, right? So it's one thing if you have 20 observations of something, you can kind of eyeball it for patterns. But if you have 20 million observations, you're never going to get through that in a lifetime unless you have some kind of a tool like this. So did anybody create a working directory on their desktop? It's fine if you didn't. I'm more curious and nerd if ask you to. Yeah.
It's there in the Moodle page, but I didn't realize she sent that.
So what I'm going to do is tell you what a working directory is, tell you why it's a vital part of any data project, and then show you a way of getting around it. If I can find a marker. Oh, I have it. That's awesome. Okay. Are you all settled, Nadine? Yeah. Awesome. This is great. Oh, but we have a newcomer. So hopefully everyone at this point should have like RStudio up. You're not yet thrown into an existential crisis by it anymore. You kind of have an idea of what it is. So as I was mentioning, there's this little thing that in any data project you have to deal with, and it's called a working directory. Okay? This is just a folder. It can be anywhere on your computer, preferably within your user, like within your account, the account that you're using R with, right? You can call it whatever you want. Typically, as you get into more and more projects, you're going to title your working directory by the project name, right? But for today, it's just my working directory. This will host all of the files that you're going to use in your data analysis project over the long run. These can include notes on what it is you're doing, because we all have this naive assumption that we're going to remember what it is we did at every step of a data project, which is not true. And so it's good to record your steps in notes. But more importantly, it hosts data files in the form of Excel files, but more often CSV, which is what R likes to read. It'll also hold your R scripts. So what it is that we have here, like what I have the lesson1.r, that's an R script, which is a compilation of commands that tells the program what to do with the data. And finally, you can also store your data in different objects that are specific to R. That's called an R data file. And that can host basically any kind of data object. Whereas CSV is typically like a matrix or just a string, you can store network objects, a variety of really context-specific things to hold data in an R data file that you otherwise wouldn't be able to store. So these are just a few different kinds of things, but it's important to remember that everything stays within a folder, and that within the R program, you're able to continually access these without lengthy path names, right? That's the reason that working directories basically take the longest part of any R session is everyone's computer has a different path name. And so you can't have a predetermined one ahead of time that will get everyone's file read in regardless. So there's a nifty command called file choose with parentheticals around it. What you can do when we get there is substitute mydata.csv for file choose, right? But first, if we're all there, we can start looking at what it is R does. To run a command in R, you put your cursor, like I have it there, on the line that you're interested in, and you can either click the run button or, like a true coding professional, click Control and Enter at the same time. And what should happen if you're on, if you're on a Mac, it's Command. Okay. I'm a PC, I'm really sorry. I'm not too biased. It's just better.
These two?
Yeah, so what you want to do is, if you're on a PC, you hit Control and Enter all at the same time. If you're on a Mac, you hit Command Enter.
And then it like goes from the top, and then
it should go to the next row, right?
Oh,
so from the row that says 2 plus 2 to 2 times 2 plus 2. But in the meantime, it should spit out a magical result, the number 4, which is telling you that this is a little thinking machine that's listening to your commands. Was anybody unable to achieve number
I'm
4?
like not even I'm
Do you
totally
have the
lost.
file? Oh, you didn't get the R script, did you?
You put your.
Are you in Meredith's class?
I am.
Did she give you the R
It should
script?
be at the bottom. You're seeing the results at the bottom.
Check the Moodle page real quick.
Maybe pull the line back up.
It should be on the Moodle page titled lesson1.all. No, don't be sorry.
It's on
Like I
there
mentioned,
on
everything
like
is
the group
seamless at the
projects
beginning of the
tab at
Moodle
the very
page.
bottom of the page.
Okay.
Okay, test up the number 4, hold up the number 4, so
Group
you got,
projects.
oh, you got 6, you're jumping ahead.
With very bottom of the page.
Oh, the very bottom.
Yeah.
Name's already way ahead of you.
Group
And you've
presentation.
got a file open. What's your name?
Wait, where did you go?
Erica. Awesome.
I
Nice to meet you.
forgot that might be that one. It's
This one?
Nope.
Okay. And you're probably like leaps and
Oh,
bounds.
software and group
Were you able
projects.
to get
Oh,
it?
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so then you download
My data?
You've got 4.
And both
And
of
you've
them
got
lesson
4.
one.
Ellie, did you get 4?
and that should open.
Do I need to open it under
Or
a
right
different
click to open it.
Do you have, oh, you need, do you have our studio installed?
No.
Yeah, you need to
How
download
quickly
our
can I do
studio.
that?
Quick enough. Hey, Steph, would you mind helping Ellie download R in our studio? Awesome. Don't be sorry.
All right. So it's all
So you've
here.
got it, and you've
Yes.
got that in there. Awesome. So what we're going to do is put your cursor on line 6. Scroll all the way up.
No, you get it for free off the internet.
Command enter.
Yeah. And then it tells you 4, which leads you to believe that it can follow the same logic that you in this quantitative world follow, whereby 2 and 2 come together to mean 4, right? But if you go to the next line, you learn that it also knows what orders of operation are, right? So 2 times 2 plus 2 is going to come out as 6, and not as something else like it.
So we should PC people to make you control enter.
Control
I
enter
have a
on
Mac,
PC,
so I
command
need that.
Oh,
enter
damn.
on Mac. Were you able to get this? Awesome. Great. Okay.
That one.
Basic stuff. Slowly moving away.
So used to
That's
getting
great.
on
Pieces suck.
So if that's all we could do with R, it would be awfully boring and no one would really put their time into it, and it would not be nearly as ubiquitous and successful as a tool for social science inquiry as it actually is. Hello there.
Hi.
What's your name?
Reem.
Reem? Erica. Nadine.
I had
Stephen
a
Cole's
class, so I
class.
took my pen out later.
Don't worry. Time's totally arbitrary. It's a human-made construct.
This is a terrible recording of your art studio.
So refreshing. So I usually get the opposite from everyone.
Yeah, no, everyone's all concerned about time. They think it's money. That's a capitalist priority.
No, I want to.
So did everybody
want
get through
Pac-Man
like the
Snow
2's
Leopard?
times 2's to the
I
power
don't
of
know which
2
operating
plus 2?
system.
We got that. So while we
Let's go
get other people situated,
the
I'm going to ask you
basic.
to try and see if you
Okay.
can read in the file, mydata.csv.
It'll pull up
If
what's
you understand path names, you might have an idea of that. Feel free to help your neighbors. You can also, like I mentioned, instead of having the mydata.csv in there, put file choose and parentheses, and it should give you a window where you can choose a file from within your computer. So you got RC.
Okay, that'll work. Should invest in a tripod.
Yeah, we should. We should also invest in. I don't even know. Like a real camera. Why is it running your package scripts?
I don't know what that means.
Damn, downloaded the package, not.
Let me just quickly get the file line for you.
No, that. Never mind. It might work for this. Mac.
What is that?
So confuses me. Mac.
I just
downloaded R until Mac before.
No,
It says
I
it's
have
running
never
on
done
package
almost
scripts.
anything on a Mac
The one
before.
up there, that'll open up.
So you
now.
copy it?
Okay, well, we'll let it run.
This one.
for about a minute.
You have our studio, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah, okay. This
So what you should do,
so you'll
to
take this
preclude
one,
needing to use working
enter
directories,
this one, and if you're in the
go to
working
line
directory,
25.
Where and how?
So you know how he was talking about control enter?
So that.
You should be able to do it with that.
Is everyone at line 25?
The control enter is working directly.
Because he's
Control enter,
but
command
you're the command enter.
We're going to skip the working directory part just so that we can make sure we get to everything we need to today. I'm going to describe it, and what you need to do is look up how to set a working directory on your computer. It's a very straightforward process, but again, it's unique to every computer because it requires your personal path file, right? So there's a series of folders that are under other folders, and they eventually host the data you're using, and R has to know where that stuff
Maybe
is,
Max
otherwise it's going to have no idea what it's doing.
Yeah, I know.
So,
So at line
Plus, my computer's old.
Right now,
and
we
it
don't
needs
have
be
to worry about
replaced,
the
but I
working
have
directory.
money like
You got it.
that.
Go to line
Hoping I can,
25.
eke it out for the next
Are you at
2
line,
years.
so on the left
Yeah.
are line numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Here and
In
3
line
quarters at
25.
this
Yes,
point.
go to row 25 and highlight what I have highlighted there. The quotation marks surrounding mydata.csv. And then get that all highlighted if you could.
Yeah, go search for
And
our
does everybody
studio.
have the CSV file downloaded onto their computer somewhere?
You want to go look for our studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have it, you have it.
It should be
Does
downloaded.
anybody not
No, no,
have
no.
it?
You only have regular R. You want our studio.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want ours.
Yeah, so it's a CSV file. You just
You
want it
can
somewhere in the
use this,
computer,
but
preferably
our
somewhere where you
studio
know
is
where
much
it is.
more.
Because what the file choose functionality is going to do is give you a little pop-up window, and you can scroll through your computer's files and pick and see.
You guys.
So file,
So,
you press
you have
enter.
lesson1.r.
File right now.
It's on Moodle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So download that and then open
So
it with.
go to the console.
So once you
Sure.
highlight it, I
Yeah,
don't
click
understand
it,
what.
and then do files dot.
Just do command F, lesson 2.
Okay, so you've got. You have
Alright,
Mac.
so now you can go
No
to your
problem.
desktop. You open
Yeah.
that. Did you hear what I?
File choose enter.
So see how he's got it.
And then
written?
we'll download it.
So,
Yeah, I did that.
Now
I'm down here.
you want to get what does it say?
Maybe there's two
that's
dots.
fine. No, so if you mess
No,
up,
you need a
Control Z will always
parentheses
undo
after,
what you
so do the
did.
same thing,
Or Command Z
file
if you're on Mac.
And then
Mac,
do
wait.
left and right.
So it's highlighted. Then do what, then what?
Yep, and then press
Then
enter.
you're gonna
So now
replace
you
it
can pick your my data.
with this.
Uh,
File choose parentheses. Okay?
so you delete it?
Delete it. Delete the mydata.csv text with quotation marks. And
Wait, I'm sorry. So
That
on
one.
Moodle,
Wait, I know what to do here. Don't worry.
I didn't download my data. Is that what I need? Is that
yes, you need
okay.
my data. Everyone should have my data saved on their computer where they know where it is.
So I deleted it and then,
Backspace. Now type file. Period.
Just like looking at it is
Choose.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh,
Okay. Should work.
okay.
Okay.
Now click
There it is.
Okay. Don't open it yet.
and then start parentheses and then click copy.
Alright, not like this. So we're gonna go to.
He emailed me
Nope. You can just leave it as is, and then when you got
that.
Yes.
and you click command
Alright, so yeah,
enter
just-
or
Download
you can
it?
stay the line, yes, so command enter.
And save it.
And then see
somewhere
what
where-
or
happens.
control enter.
Control
It's on
enter,
the
yeah.
PC.
And open. Well, actually, you can just open it now. Yeah. it's
Tim, do I need?
What you get is this. And you can go looking for the mydata.csv file. Okay, so you want to save that on your
Let's see if
computer
it'll
somewhere?
open. No.
In a folder somewhere.
You're gonna want to right click and open in our studio.
Yeah, then you're going to the.
After
file
you
setup,
get the file choose on the bottom of my screen.
There should be a pop-up
There.
window.
Yes.
Yeah, I selected my data.
Select my data, click
Computers
OK.
do so
And then
many
in your
things
top
I don't
right
even know
window,
about.
there should be an object called my data.
There you go.
So you're going to want to do is type file,
No, it's still empty.
choose, and then start parentheses and
328.
print. And control enter.
Yeah.
Did I press enter?
There you go. It should open with the script and everything.
So that should
There
be a
we
file that you
go.
have.
Now it looks like that.
So if you want to try this, you can hit Control or Command Enter, and it'll run the operation.
Open.
So
Do you
see.
know where you saved the
So now go down to
mydata.csv
Library.
file?
It already exists. Sure, replace it.
Are you in where it
You're
is?
gonna want to
Okay,
replace
so it should be on Moodle, right where you got the lesson
mydata.csv
one
with
R-squared.
file.choose right there. So take, so copy this line. Or,
So you
oh,
just need to
maybe I
copy
think
C
Control
for your
copy.
desktop. So what you're gonna do is go back
Or
to
Control
your
C.
copy.
Yeah, I saved them.
Wait, are you
And then
putting the my data into the our studio? Can I like come and watch you? Because I'm
and then
just like
go
behind.
down to my data.
Here. What we're going to do,
Just show me what you're talking about.
basically we're just gonna run what Tim is running.
And then
So we're gonna hit, oops,
there you go.
I
It's
just
ready.
got
Command, because, yeah.
there's the command C.
Oh, mine says my data was in this tab. It's not me.
And then we're gonna replace it with what he has written there. File.choose, open parentheses.
Yes, I will be right over there. How are you two doing?
File
You got the script
dot
open?
choose, open parentheses.
Okay. So
Close
this
parentheses.
Excel
go to
set.
line 25.
And then copy the rest of the line. Header.
Mine says that it cannot load it. The file has error or not as why. Okay file. Try okay.
You want a second set of parentheses there? Okay.
File, period. Choose.
It's just the language.
And then
Okay.
open
And then
parentheses and print.
copy and paste the rest of the line.
From 25.
Okay, and then find the my data
After the,
file.
like including the comma? Nope.
And then read it in.
Comma.
Okay, so how are we
Okay.
doing?
Oh, actually, yeah, you do the comma.
Ah,
Okay, so instead of doing it in the bottom, go into the script where you have it highlighted and